Hey there fans, welcome back to our channel, welcome back to Prime Animations. We've got another project update ready for you. The month of September is over, so we'll go ahead and go over all of our accomplishments and everything that we completed in the prior month. So first off, we got, we had, a couple of hundred more subscribers in the month of September. So I want to welcome everybody that's new. Every month, what I do is I go over a project update to give you guys an update what we accomplished on our on our future projects, right? Regarding or our future accomplishments regarding Dinobots Unleashed. We go over what's coming down the pipeline, what we have in our insight, and so on and so forth. So we try and give you as much information as we can. Any extra things that happen and pop up is along the way as well. We completed our first film of Galvatron's Revenge. It currently ended the month at 975,000 views, 25,000 views away from 1 million view mark, which is phenomenal. And we currently sit at 25.9 thousand likes, almost 26,000 likes. So that's pretty amazing. As far as the like to dislike ratio, we ended the month at 81.9, so we are very close to that 82 mark. We did increase 1 basis point over the prior month. As you can see in this chart, it's been an incline, slowly going up, and it's finally making its way to the 82 mark, so that's pretty awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get into the agenda. Like I said, we're going to go over prior month completions, ongoing assignment, future assignment, and then we'll talk about special topics. We got a lot of special topics to go over. All right, as far as talent goes, we didn't get any new talent, and unfortunately, due to schedule change, work, life, it happens. Unfortunately, Aiden, our VA director, will be stepping down as VA director. We wish him well. Again, he's got a lot of things going on in life, and sometimes changes happen. He will continue to voice act for us, but as far as directing, he's going to take a step back, so that's going to fall back on me. So I'm going to start to reach out. I'm going to take a look, first of all, as what he's accomplished thus far, and then start to look at where I need to go next, right? And reaching out to the voice actors themselves and start or continuing to record wherever Aiden left off, right? I'll keep you guys posted on the transition. I don't know when I'm going to meet with him regarding his transition, but that should happen soon. Prior month accomplishments. So I did do some minor changes to the dino modes of Grimlock and Slash. There's a couple of things that I just wanted to. I felt like the faces were just too plain, so I did a couple of enhancements, if you will. Slag has been completed, thankfully. I am actually in the process of texturing him and rigging him now as we speak, so that should get done this month. I know I'm jumping ahead. We did release a Slash versus Twin Strike teaser poster. I did want to change that. I wasn't 100% happy with the way it came out, and I think I know why. Like, I couldn't figure it out at the moment, but after kind of analyzing, I think I know what I did wrong in this version versus the first teaser poster that we put out. So, look for a correction this month. Like I said, ongoing assignments, right? We still got Black Arachne as base of operations still being worked on. And we are currently working on our Dinobot teaser trailer. So that should be coming out maybe around mid this month. I'll keep you posted if anything changes or once I have a conclusive date. Future assignments, again, we're going to keep going with our modeling. We're going to look at doing either Snarl or Sludge for this month, and that'll, once those two are done, that'll round out all of our Dinobots. Then we'll look at modeling the Predacons, right? So that'll be afterwards. Like I said, once the Dinobot teaser trailer is done, then we'll move on to the Insecticon, and then we'll move on to the Predacon. I still haven't been able to tackle the facial rigging. I think I've come up with a cheat way of doing it, so I don't have to do it. For future characters, I still am going to have to work on that for Slash and Arachnid and Black Arachne and so on and so forth. But I think I found a cheat way that should be able to help me out. But yeah. All right. As far as casting goes, like I said, Aiden and I will connect for a proper handoff. I'll start recording sessions with the VAs as soon as I'm able to. And then we're still in need, a bunch of characters. So if you are willing to lend your voice and your talents. A good opportunity to get your name out there. We're in need of Ultra Magnus, Rodimus, Black Arachnid, Slash, Sludge, Slag, Darksteel, Skylink, Starscream, Wheeljack, and Abominus, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so let's move on to our special topics. So I did get in contact with Mr. H. So we've accumulated everything. Mr. H is coming across some systemic issues. So when he's lining up the audio with the actual video, it's not aligning correctly. So he's trying to figure out what the heck's going on regarding that. So he is working on that. Mike does have the scenes that have already been remastered, so he's already lined that up. We're just waiting on Mr. H to be able to figure that out, and then we can move forward with that. Good news, I will be doing character bios for Dinobots Unleashed beginning this month in October, so look out for that. We will start to do that. That was fun to do for Galvatron's Revenge. We had a bunch of, we created bios for each of the characters, and that was a lot of fun. Very reminiscent to like old 80s stuff, right? Talks about their power settings or their power levels. Talks about like some details about the character for the film. We're going to do that again. I was able to find the template that Vicky used, so I'm going to keep going off of that. You will see a variation in colors. So if I'm not mistaken, the Decepticons had a red overlay. The Autobots had like a slight teal blue overlay, and then the Destructicons had a purple one. And so we're going to keep on going with that. The only difference is now that we're adding Predacons, they'll have more like a yellowish overlay. And then with the Insecticons, I'll give them like a green. So you'll have like the different color coding. I think that's cool. We'll continue to do toy reviews, right? We did a bunch of action figures before. We did some G.I. Joes. We did some Marvel Legends. I didn't get a chance to do the Transformer one that I wanted to, so I'll definitely do that one this month. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see, Prime crossovers. So we did reveal our version of Dragstrip again before any more lies continue to get spread about me. That was heavily influenced from the RID, character. It's the same face actually. I just modified the upper body a little bit. And, the bottom part was influenced from, between Smokescreen and Knockout. So you'll see some similarities there, but still incorporating some of the aspects of the RID. If you look at the side of the legs, kind of see that wheel cover. Anyhow, so that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys like that, the way that character came out. It's pretty cool. This month's character, actually it's not going to be a character. I am actually going to do the vehicle modes for Blitzwing. Promised you guys that I would do that, so I would do that. I am going to do that hopefully towards the end of the month, more than likely, but I will give you both vehicle modes, right, because he is a triple changer. First ever on this channel. I'm actually going to do a very special thing on this channel. I'm going to have the first ever interview. The interviews that I've conducted before have been interviews with talent, right? And, we did Mike, we did Vicky, and so on and so forth, right? And so we're going to go ahead and do something very, very different. This month we're going to have an interview segment where I'm going to be the host. And I'm going to have a pro Prime Animations influencer versus an anti-Prime Animations influencer. We're going to have kind of like a debate style type thing, and I'm going to ask them a bunch of questions, and they're going to give me their answers, and we'll see if there's anything revealing that we can get out of this interview, if you will, right? Both sides will get a chance to express why they like Galvatron's Revenge, and the other side will express why they didn't. I think it should be an interesting, it'll be a respectful, obviously, conversation, dialogue, whatever the case may be, but I think it'll be interesting nonetheless. All right, so fan recognition. Fan recognition, I have here, your face looks great. And he writes, hey, Prime Animations, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for persevering through controversy and making Galvatron's Revenge, which was an amazing film. Not perfect, but pretty damn close. I can tell that you genuinely care about your project, and it shows itself in everything you do, whether it's the story that you've created or endlessly defending your work against ungrounded attacks. Once again, thank you, stay strong, and God bless. Thank you so much. Your face looks great. Appreciate those words. Appreciate the encouragement. And it's stuff like that that does definitely help keep going. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for leaving positive comments. Again, our channel does continue to grow, and you know, for the vast majority of the people that do join are very, very friendly, very kind, and that's kind of what I wanted this channel to be, right? I wanted this channel since 2007. I wanted it to be a channel where you take a break from all the, you know, toxicity that's out in the internet. And fortunately, it seeped in here in 2023, and it just keeps going. But hopefully your voices drown out all of that negativity, right? And they do from my aspect, right? They drown that out. So I appreciate it. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, so just to get into a couple of extra things. So I did do a video last month, a fool around and find out. I know that, you know, you guys don't know I don't like to curse. So for me, it's not the curse word. It's fool around and find out. I should have maybe put that somewhere in the description, but I did do a fool around and find out you know, video going over a good amount of the lies from Lying Ranger. I highly recommend people watching that because you know, this guy's done, I don't know how many, like 5 or 6 videos now, and it's just nothing but lies. So in this video, I give receipts, I give proof, I reveal the deceptive tactics that this kid uses to lie about me. So I highly recommend, if you haven't checked it out, let me tell you something. It's very, very easy to spread a lie, and it just seems like it's super easy. You just make up something. You don't even have to have evidence, and you make a lie and people run with it. But to tell the truth, even when you do give evidence, it's like it's hard for people to believe that. So I don't know why I can't understand that. To be honest with you, it's kind of like a Twilight Zone thing for me, but that's where we're at. In that video, I mentioned how there's a lot of, you know, other little drama queens that are spreading lies and rumors. They're taking it and they're perpetuating it, and it's being amplified. So one of those cases is the Fire Brothers. He did a video pushing the lies from Drama Queen Ranger. I did send him an email giving him screenshots and examples and proof about the lies that he's pushing. And again, I don't really blame him. So, you know, note, I'm not blaming him. He's just being fed lies by his new buddies, right? So I understand that he's pushing that. Those are his friends now. And so, you know, to push back against that is difficult. But what's interesting is back in December, when he announced he was doing an interview with Ben, I sent him evidence of Ben's lies, because I was under the impression that Fire Brothers was a person of integrity. I really did. Looking at his videos, following him, I really enjoyed the interview that he did and the summary that he encapsulated regarding our journey. I really had a high level of respect for him. I enjoyed his comedic nuances within those videos. It was entertaining. But when I sent him the email, or I sent him the screenshot, it was by text. It was by text. When I sent him the text of all of this evidence, his response was that he was tired of the drama. I find it interesting because he seems to be tired of the drama when it comes to the truth, but he's not tired of the drama when it comes to pushing the lies that his friends are feeding him. So it's kind of like, you know, are you really tired of the drama? It doesn't look like it, right? So I did send him, over the weekend, I sent him an email with links, again, to the videos, to old videos, confirming the lies, confirming things. It's like, look, this stuff has been there. I've said this stuff. It's been out in the open, right? What do I mean by that? Let me give you a specific. So in the video, he talks about how there was a back and forth between me and Sake on our comment, and I told him that between, you know, I'm not the one that's known to be a liar. They're all known to be liars. So in the video, Fire Brothers highlights this, and he connects it to paying artists as a matter of detailing the fact that I'm lying. I told the artists I was going to pay them, and I lied about that. So I sent him a link. My very first project update video going back to March 2019. That was my very first project update video, and I mentioned in there what the GoFundMe is for at that juncture, and that the project was 100% volunteer. The voice talent, again, all done voluntarily. Nobody's being paid. Nobody's giving money. I'm not taking any money for this.
Everybody's doing this on a 100% voluntary basis. We need equipment because we're doing this. Everybody's doing this for free. Everybody's doing this just out of, voluntarily giving up their hours.
So by that point, that validates the conversation that I had with Jonathan and Vicky in 2019, and we decided to move forward with investing what we had collected, which at that point was it was under $3,000. 100% of it was going to go towards the hardware and getting, hardware, software, whatever we needed to get what we needed to get to, render out the film. So I sent that to him, and my thing is, let's see if he makes any corrections regarding his videos. Because one thing is, when you get something wrong, then you're, as a responsible person, you would then make a correction. I seriously don't think he's going to make a video now. He's not going to make a video about it. He's not going to take down his video where he puts a whole bunch of misinformation out there. But at the very least, I would have expected a comment or something like that. But at this juncture, it's been almost a week, and there's been no correction, no retraction whatsoever. So, it makes me wonder if he's a person of integrity and he's reporting truth, or if he's just reporting things to get clicks and likes and stuff like that. And again, I understand these are his friends, and it's going to be very, very hard to go against his new friends now. So I'm not going to hold my breath for any type of corrections. But what does that mean? That means if you guys follow Fire Brothers, again, whatever he says, take it with a grain of salt, because when somebody gives you false information, there's a high probability they will continue to give you false information going forward. And I do want to say this is not hate towards Fire Brothers. I don't have any hatred towards him. I don't have any beef with him. I actually do thank him. He did go out of his way specifically in that video to mention a few times, if I'm not mistaken, that I'm not the racist. That he correctly points out to who it is. So I do want to thank him for that. And again, this isn't any shade on him. I don't have any issues with him. It is what it is. It's just a matter of integrity for me. Are you going to perpetuate lies? Or are you going to tell truth? That's all I'm here for, is the truth. Everybody has a different integrity level. I can never purposely lie to somebody at this stage in my life, and with my walk of faith, I can't purposely do it. I feel wrong. I feel dirty. So, but everybody's got different morals and different values. I was invited last Monday. I had a recording session with Delta Trion. Right, it was my first interview with somebody who is not, I would say, not aligned with me or not in my fan base. So that was interesting. Very respectful guy. Our communication from the very beginning was really respectful. Really, appreciate him. But after posting the video on Wednesday, Delta Trion was met with immediate pushback for having me on the channel. I mean, he got a ton of backlash. He got so much backlash that within, I think it was like 3 hours or less, the video had to be removed from public view due to someone doxing him. Someone or a group of people. They actually doxed him. They put his personal and private information out there as a threat, if you will. I don't know. Definitely harassment. And it's terrible. So this is similar to the harassment that myself and members of my team have gotten since December. These people are nonstop. They're relentless. And to be quite frank, in part, this is due to the irresponsible actions from people who have lied and spread misinformation, just like Sake Ellis, Ben, Brush Ranger, and many others, like we just went over with the Fire Brothers, right? All the misinformation, all the lies, all the stuff that they've been peddling, all it does is it continues to fuel the rage from these people. And it leads people to do like crazy stuff. And these are people that clearly have problems. Like, why would you do this over a video, a cartoon, an interview? It's ridiculous. Like I said, we've had artists harassed and threatened. I mean, for safety reasons, all my new artists have aliases. Like, I don't want to use their real names. I have people sending me private messages, giving me private support, because they're afraid of the cancel culture backlash that they'll get. I mean, that's sad. You can't openly support somebody. You have to do it in hiding. Again, all of this over a stupid cartoon. Not policy, right? Not something that can impact someone's life or in some tangible manner. It's nothing of that sort. It's just over a cartoon that was simply done by like passionate artistic people. Like I don't understand. This stuff makes me sick that somebody has gone after Delta Trion over just interviewing me. And what's really sad is I look at the comments. He did a follow-up video, and I look at the comments, and people are calling me a terrible human being. I'm the worst. For what? Why? Because I chose to believe a friend at the time. I'm not the one that waved the flag proudly. I'm not the one that believes in the stuff that this person believes. If I did believe in that, that person would still be on this project and on this channel. And clearly they're not, because I found out what I needed to find out in order to distance myself from it. But these people want to automatically associate me with that individual's beliefs, that individual's, I don't know. Like it's almost like these people make it seem like I'm the one that held up that flag proudly. I didn't. Show me a picture where I did. Show me a comment. I remember there was this one comment that said that I wished harm on the LGBT community. They actually wrote that. And my response is, can you please show me a video clip or a comment of where I wished harm on your community? And I sent them 2 links where I don't condone harm. I would defend anybody who is threatened. I sent them 2 different videos where I expressed that. Do you think that person took the time to watch that video? It's like they just want to perpetuate the lie and they don't want to see the truth and the reality of things. But that's the world that we live in. So I have to point this out on Delta Trion's video. Hypocrite Ranger came out and said, "I'm so sorry you had to go through this. It's despicable. I personally am not on good terms, but I don't think it's acceptable at all to do this to any creator, no matter if you agree or disagree. Love you, Delta. Stay safe, soldier. I really enjoyed this episode regardless. I guess it was too much to ask people to be civil about this. No one should be attacked like this. You have my full support, Delta." How quickly was this guy to oust the supposed spy that I sent to his channel? He had no regards for this individual's safety, well-being, or whatever the case may be. He fully displayed the person's screen name. And I have I've received direct information that this person was harassed and bullied beyond the point where he had to delete, or that person had to delete their account completely. So this guy is on this page making himself seem to be such a peaceful and loving guy, while he had no hesitations in ousting somebody who obviously ousted him and his little group of merry men. Also pointing out in that comment section, there's so many hypocrites. There's so many people talking about not spreading hate and so on and so forth. People that came on, but that's what they've been doing for the last several months. It's unbelievable how in one direction one thing goes and it goes the opposite in another complete direction. So the hypocrisy is just overwhelming from these quote unquote peace-loving people. So this past week, I've had 3 different people reach out to me about possibly trying to connect with Brush Ranger, trying to squash this issue, and I've declined all 3 times, all 3 suggestions or attempts. Why? Because I've been advised not to at this point. But to be 100% clear, if Brush Ranger, if he were to issue a public apology, he doesn't have to admit that he lied, but maybe he could say that he got the details wrong within his apology. He removes all of the content that is defamatory, all the false and baseless accusations, and stops lying about me. So it's 3 things: the apology, the removal of the accusations, of the slander, and stop doing it. He does those 3 simple things, this all goes away. I don't have an issue. He can make 500 videos of him criticizing the film and trashing it. I don't care. But those things, those lies, So he can make this really easy on himself. That's up to him.
So guys, that's it for my video today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace out. Till all everyone. Bye-bye.